Alright guys, welcome to your 11th computer networking tutorial, and in this video what I want to do is, now that we understand the basics of a protocol, it's basically the rules for successful communication among two parties. In the last tutorial we looked at a guy talking to a girl, but now let's go ahead and, like I said, relate this to computer networking, and we'll say that you are on your MacBook. So here's a MacBook with a screen, and we'll draw a little keyboard right there. Wow, this is a pretty terrible looking MacBook, but oh well. So this is your Mac over here, and we'll say that you wanna, view a website or something. So web server is gonna look something like this. So again, unlike the last example where we had a guy talking to a girl trying to get his number, now we have a Mac talking to a web server trying to get a website. It's kind of like the dating for computer networks. I don't know. I don't even know why I said that. It's pretty stupid. But now let's go ahead and look at a conversation between two computers trying to get a website. So this is basically what happens whenever you request a website. If you're on your Mac, the first thing it does is it asks the web server, can I connect to you? So this is the first kind of exchange. And what the web server does is, if it has permission, then it says yes. For example, if it's a web server, if it's a personal home server, it's going to, of course, say no. But since this is a web server, we'll say it's, I don't know, my web server for thenewboston.org. Best website ever, by the way. The web server is going to go, yes, you have my permission. Now the Mac now knows that it now has the authority to connect. So now what it's going to do is it's going to request the file, which is of course the web file, so it can view the website. So it's going to send a request that looks like this: get, and we'll talk about why I wrote get in a little bit, file, and the file is just going to be, the new boston.org slash index, or like tutorials.php or something like that. So this is basically the file that it's asking for, and in return, of course, the web server sends the file to the Mac, and of course the Mac interprets it, views it as a website. Everyone is freaking happy. So let's go ahead and take a step back and learn why this exchange was successful. Well, first of all, this works because both of the computers, the Mac and the web server, they knew the rules. They followed the same protocol, or the same set of rules. Now in computer networking, both the computers, this one and this one, they must follow the same protocol, or else you can't have a successful communication. You can't have computer networking at all. Now, of course, it was a lot easier to understand whenever we're talking about human beings, the different rules, but the protocol, pretty much the protocol in computer networking is the format, and we'll look at this later. It's different for every protocol. The format and the order of messages. Those are two big ones. So of course, if this Mac, asked for a file before it even had permission, this exchange wouldn't work. Or, if the web server was trying to send a file and this Mac over here, it didn't even ask for a file yet, then of course, things would get really messy, and computer networking would not be possible if, every web server in the world was just sending random files out. Probably, the internet wouldn't be as successful as it is today. So that's the basics of what a protocol is in computer networking, and also, a human being protocol. Basically, a set of rules that both computers must follow in order to have a successful communication. Now let me go ahead and show you guys something else real quick that's pretty cool. And you guys may have seen this before. This protocol right here, well, I'll talk about the different types of protocol in a second. But whenever you look at a URL, you're going to see something like HTTP, and let me write these in different colors. www dot the new, probably gonna run out of room, boston.org, and what's another color I didn't use, and we'll just write like slash index dot php. So now if you guys, used to type in URLs and you guys didn't really know what you were typing in, now you have enough knowledge of computer networking to understand everything. The first part right here, this HTTP, this is the protocol. Hopefully protocol, wow, I cannot spell. So this is actually a hypertext transfer protocol, and again, like I said, there are a lot of different protocols or sets of rules in computer networking. Whenever you want to request a website, from the World Wide Web or the internet, this is the protocol or the rules that your computer has to use. This right here, www.thenewboston.org, this is actually the name of your server name, because remember, a server is just a special computer. So of course, whenever you want to ask for a file, which is this part right here, a file from a computer that's somewhere out in the world, you need to know again the address of the computer, because you just don't want to ask random computers for files, only a specific computer. So this of course is the file. So again, whenever you want, say, to look at a website on my webpage, yeah, that's what, or a web page on my website rather, what you're going to do is you're going to say, okay, I want to ask this server for this file, and I'm going to use this protocol, which is basically the set of rules that my server knows it's already set up. Whenever you request a website, this is the rules that you must follow. So again, hopefully you guys understand a little bit about protocols, and if you don't, and this goes for the rest of my tutorials, if you guys have any questions, then just go ahead and ask me on Facebook or Google Plus or even Twitter, or the best place is probably my forum on my website, because if I don't answer you, there are thousands of other people willing to. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, yada yada yada. I'll see you guys in the next video.